Hello everyone, I am Prahalad and this is 7th grade math with Allstem. Today we will be covering the first part of expressions and equations, which includes adding, subtracting, and expanding certain expressions and equations while understanding the real-world applications of them. If you already know how our channel works, you can use the timestamp in the video to skip to the first question. If you don't, remember that each video contains 8 to 15 review questions with a step-by-step solution to each one. If you answer a question correctly, feel free to skip to the next question using the timestamp. If you answered a question incorrectly, stick around to watch the solution. If you want some extra practice after watching the video, check out the links for further reference page in the description box. Here, you can find practice problems and solutions that are similar to the ones you saw in the video. Now, let's get started with the first practice problem. Okay, so practice question number 1 says, expand and simplify. 3.5 open times open parentheses 7x plus 4x close parentheses plus 12 plus x. So now you can pause the video and solve this problem on your own, and when you're ready to see the answer, you can play the video again. Okay, the correct answer to this question is 39.5x plus 12. So if you got that correct, you can skip to the next question, and if you didn't, you can watch the solution. So first, what we want to do is simplify the terms inside the parentheses. So we have 3.5 times, and inside the parentheses we have 7x plus 4x, which are just like terms, so we can combine them to get 11x. And then we still have the plus 12 and the plus x. So now we have multiplication over here. We have 3.5 times 11x. So if you did that out, you'd get 38.5x. So we can 38.5x. We just multiply those, and then we still have the plus 12 and the plus x. And now we have some more like terms. Right here we have the x, and we have the x right here. And there's an imaginary 1 in front of this x. So we have 38.5x plus 12 plus 1x. So if we do 38.5 plus 1, we get 39.5x plus 12. And now we can see that there's no more like terms to be combined, and so that means we have our final answer, 39.5x plus 12. Okay, practice question number 2 says, what value of x makes the following equation true? And the equation is 3x plus 7 equals 5x plus 4x minus 1. So you can pause the video and solve the question on your own, and when you're ready to see the answer, you can play the video again. Okay, the correct answer to this question is 4 over 3. So I'm going to start out by writing out the whole equation. 3x plus 7 equals 5x plus 4x minus 1. So right away we can see that we have some like terms here. On the right side we have 5x and 4x. So we can go ahead and combine them. Since they're just like terms, we can do 5 plus 4, and 5x plus 4x equals 9x. And we keep the rest of the equation the same. So now we need to move terms to different sides in order to combine them. So we see the 3, so we're going to start with the x's. We see the 3x on the left side, and so if we subtract 3x from the left side, minus 3x, that means we have to do the exact same to the right side, and we see the like term right here, So we can do the minus 3x. And so then we get 3x minus 3x equals 0. So we have 0 plus 7 equals, so we have 9x minus 3x, which is just going to be 6x because they're like terms, minus 1. And the 0 and 7 are like terms, so that would just be 0 plus 7 would just be 7. So we get 7 equals 6x minus 1. So now we need to do the same thing to the non-x, so just the normal units. So we need to cancel out the negative 1 on this side. We need to do plus 1 to both sides. So plus 1, that would make this side 0, and then plus 1 on this side. So 7 plus 1 is 8, equals 6x plus 0, because negative 1 plus 1 is 0. And then we could just get rid of the 0. We'd have 8 equals 6x. And now things could get a little bit tricky, but we have to, the 6 is multiplied with the x. So the opposite of multiplication is division. So we're going to want to divide both sides by 6 in order to isolate the x all alone. So we get the answer. So we're going to do divided by 6 on this side and divided by 6 on this side. So then we get, I'm going to continue over here, 8 over 6 equals, and 6x over 6 is just going to be x because of that. So we'd get 8 over 6 equals x. And now we have a fraction on the left side. So we can simplify that down to 4 over 3 equals x, or just x equals 4 over 3. And since the x is all alone on one side, we have our final answer, which is just x equals 4 over 3. Alright, on to practice question number 3. It says expand 3 times open parentheses 4x plus 3. So you can take this time to do this problem on your own, and when you're ready to see the answer, you can play the video. Okay, the correct answer to this question is 12x plus 9. So I'm just going to write this out. 3 times 4x plus 3. And we need to get rid of the parentheses to get our final answer. So inside the parentheses, we do not have like terms. So we're going to have to skip straight to distribution. So to distribute the 3, what we have to do is multiply the 3 with the 4x and multiply it with the 3 and add that together. So 3 times 4x is just 3 times 4 times x, which is 12x. And then 3 times 3 is 9. And we have to be very aware of the sign in front of it. Since this is a plus right here, and the 3 is also positive, there's an imaginary plus sign right here. Positive 3 times positive 3 is just positive 9. So we're going to get 12x plus 9 as our final answer. Okay, practice question number 4 says, rewrite the following as an expression. The profit P of a company increased by 7%. So again, you can pause the video and solve this by yourself, and when you're ready to see the answer, you can play the video again. Okay, the correct answer to this question is 1.07p. So we can think of this as a percent. The entire thing is a percent. So if it's increased by 7%, that means it is 107% of itself. 107%, because it's the original 100% plus the 7% that it's increased by. And so we can rewrite this as a decimal pretty easily. That would just become 1.07, and then we have to add on the p because it's multiplied by the original profit, and that would give us the new profit. 1.07p. That's our final answer. Okay, on to practice question number 5. It says, the area of a trapezoidal plot of land is shown below. Write an expression for the total area of the plot. So there's a diagram of the trapezoid, right below the question, and you can use that to solve the problem. When you're ready to see the answer, you can play the video. Okay, the correct answer to this question is 4x plus 6a. So for this, we're trying to write an expression for the entire area of the trapezoid, the total area. So right now the trapezoid is split up into two parts. It's split up into this triangle over here on the right, and then this square over here on the left. And we're given expressions for both the area of the square and the area of the triangle. So that means the total area would just be these two inner areas added up. So we can write that as an expression by writing 4x plus 6a. And so that would be our final answer. It would also be okay to write 6a plus 4x because they're both the same thing. Alright, on to practice question number 6. It says John wants to paint his 7 by 18 square feet rectangular wall. He wants to paint half of it blue and the other half green. A can of blue paint costs $15 and a can of green paint costs $18. A can of paint can cover 21 square feet. How much money will it cost to paint the whole wall? So now you can pause the video and solve this one on your own, and when you're ready to see the answer, you can play the video. Okay, the correct answer to this question is $99. So I'm going to start off by sketching a diagram of the wall. Pretty rough diagram, and we have 7 by 18. So we can start off by finding the total area of the wall. So the total area. And to find that, we can just do 7 times 18. 18, 6, and the 5. 1 times 7 is 7. So we get 126. So the total area is 126 square feet. So that means the entire thing is going to be 126. So now John wants to split it in half. So I'm going to go ahead and draw another diagram off to right here. Again, it's going to be 7 by 18. Except I'm going to split it in half. And so if the total area is 126, that means the area of each half is going to be 126 over 2. So that means that each half would be 63 square feet. So that both of these halves are 63. And so let's say he wants to paint one half blue and the other half green. So now we need to know how many cans of paint he needs. So if one can of paint covers 21 square feet, this means that we would need 63 over 21. So since each half is 63, we can do that long division over here. We're just finding out how many cans of paint goes into 63 square feet. So we're going to do, and we're just going to get 3. 3 times 21 is going to be 63, and we have a remainder of 0. So that means to cover each half of the wall, we need 3 cans of paint. So that means we need 3 cans of blue paint and 3 cans of green paint. So blue paint costs $15. So that means since we need 3 cans, we're going to do 15, not 13, 15 times 3, and we're going to do plus, so that was for blue paint. It says right here it costs $15, and a can of green paint costs $18. So we're going to do plus 18 times 3. And so now we can just multiply that. 15 times 3 is going to be 45. And 18 times 3, we can do that off to the side. 18 times 3 is going to be 54. Plus 54. We're going to have to add those up. 45 and 54. 9, and we're going to get 99. Not 92, 99. So that's going to be our final answer. And we need to make sure to specify the units as well, which is going to be dollars. So John needs 99. I'm going to write that again. $99 to paint out his entire wall. Okay, practice question number 7 says, Jack and Mary are going to the grocery store. They have a coupon that gives them 25% off on their total for up to $50. If Jack wants to buy $22.50 worth of groceries, and Mary wants to buy $21.25 worth of groceries, how much money will they spend? Keep in mind that you're allowed to use a calculator when solving this question. And right now you can pause the video and solve this one on your own, and when you're ready to see the answer, you can play the video. Okay, the correct answer to this question is $32.81. So I'm going to start off by adding how much Jack wants to spend to how much Mary wants to spend. That'd be 22.50 plus 21.25. So 0 plus 5 is 5, 5 plus 2 is 7, and 3, and we get $43.75. So that's going to be our total. And then since our total is less than $50, we're going to also have a 25% discount on this total. So we want to know what 25% of this is. So we're going to get 43.75 and just multiply that by 0.25. Which will get us 25%. So this is when we can use a calculator. And so we can put in 43.75 times 0.25, and we get 10.9375. So that's going to be the discount. Obviously, this isn't in just dollars and cents, but we can do the rounding at the end. And so remember, our total cost is this, and this is going to be the discount. So we want to subtract the discount from the total. So that means we want to do 43.75 minus 10.9375. So, and when we do that, we're going to get 32.8125. So that's what we get, but we have to express it in dollars and cents. So that's not our final answer. We have to round to just 2 decimal places. So we're going to go ahead and round that to 32.81. And that's going to be our final answer. Alright, the next question says, at a restaurant, a group of people, P, order a certain number of meals, with each meal costing $10. Write an equation solving for the cost, C. So again, you can work this problem out yourself and pause the video, and when you're ready to see the answer, you can press play. Okay, the correct answer to this question is C equals 10p. So first, we want to write an equation solving for the cost of the total cost, which is going to be represented by C. So to, total cost equals C. And so we're solving for the total cost. So that means C is going to be alone on one side. Say C equals something. And it says with each meal costing $10, an amount of people P order a certain amount of meals. So that means that the amount of people, the cost depends on the amount of people, and if each meal costs $10, then C would have to equal 10P, because P is the number of people, and if each person orders one meal and each meal costs $10, it would come down to the cost as multiplying 10 with the amount of people. So our final answer is going to be C equals 10P. Okay, practice question number 9 says, solve the following equation for A. 3A plus 7 equals 16. So again, you can pause the video and solve this one by yourself, and when you're ready to see the answer, you can play the video. Okay, the correct answer to this question is A equals 3. So I'm going to start out by writing out our equation. 3A plus 7 equals 16. So now we can see one set of like terms. We see the 7 and we see the 16. So if we subtract 7 from both sides, minus 7 and minus 7, that'll get rid of the 7 on this side. So we'll get 3A plus 7 minus 7 is just going to be 0, equals 16 minus 7, which is 9. So then we can get rid of 0 as well. We get 3A equals 9. And now we need to get the A alone. And so we see that the 3 is multiplied with the A. So we need to divide to get rid of the 3 on this side and isolate the A. So we're going to have to divide both sides by 3. So we're going to get that right there. So we're going to have to simplify this a bit. 3A over 3 is just going to be A. So we're going to get the A alone equals 9 over 3. And 9 divided by 3 is just 3. So we're going to get the final answer of A equals 3. Alright, our final question says, Tim is buying school supplies. His budget for pencils is $5, and each pack of pencils, P, is 60 cents. How many packs of pencils can he buy? Write an inequality representing the situation and solve. Keep in mind that you can use a calculator on this question. So now you can pause the video and solve this question by yourself, and when you're ready to see the answer, you can play the video. Alright, the correct answer to this question is 8 packs of pencils. So right now we need to start off by setting up an inequality. So it says his budget is $5. So we need to say 5, and it would be less, everything on the side would have to be less than $5. So less than or equal to, because his budget is $5, so it could also be equal. And each pack of pencils P is 60 cents. So we could do 0.6 P, because for each pack he buys, he would add 60 cents to his total. So now we need to isolate P. So the 0.6 is being multiplied with P, so we can divide each side by 0.6. So then we isolate the P. So we get 5 over 0.6 is greater than or equal to just P, because 0.6 are going to cancel out. And so now we can use our calculator to do 5 over 0.6. If we put that into our calculator, we get 8.33, repeating, is greater than or equal to P. So that means he can buy less than or equal to 8.33 packs, but obviously you can't buy a third of a pack. So we'd have to round down to the nearest whole number. So that would mean we round down to just 8 whole packs of pencils because you can't buy 1/3 of a pack. So that's going to be our final answer. Thank you for watching the video, and we hope you got a good review of expressions and equations. If you need some extra practice, you can look in the description box for some links for further reference. Finally, if you enjoyed the video and would like to see more of them, remember to like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.